Good Monday morning, everyone. What time is it? Male Perspective Monday time with me, Judith, aka Gia, and our MAC, Male Advisory Council. So first of all, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for sending me questions and all of the support. I love it. So one of the questions that I got was, who's the MAC? So for obvious reasons, our MAC will remain anonymous. That's okay. I will give you a little bit of background, and I'm going to refer to them as Mike, Andy, and Chris. So Mike is a young professional male, age 25 through 35. He is single and wants to be. Andy is a professional man, just recently got out of a relationship, is looking for someone age 30 to 40. And our third perspective comes from Chris, who is a married father and a professional, age 35 to 45. There you go. There's our max. Let's get into the questions for this week. Question number 1. Why do men explain car details to us and think that it's helpful? Is it that they want us to do the oil change yourself? Can you just do it? That's a question. The answer that I chose, kind of a mixture between Chris and Mike. If this is someone that you just met, they're trying to feel comfortable with you. Something that they're comfortable about, they're just trying to share it with you. However, if this is your boyfriend or somebody you're in a relationship with, then they're trying to build a bond with you. It's kind of like women. If we like wine and painting and they decide to do it with us, they see that as building a bond. If they're trying to explain something to you, like the mechanics of a car or something else that might disinterest you, honestly, maybe looking at it from that perspective kind of helps to say, okay, well, he can share what he's passionate about with me. The other aspect of this answer that I thought was amazing was that men like to be macho, and that they actually see fixing cars and doing other things around the house as being macho. I love that, because we as women, generally speaking, we think that's macho too. And it's kind of hot, let's be honest. And they want to be macho for us. So I was like, that's great to know. And when they do those things, is for us to just be appreciative, be happy with their manly macho-ness. So I hope that it gives a little bit of insight into why they might share things that really might disinterest us. On to question 2, comes from England. Hello over there. Is it possible to be in a long distance relationship with someone that travels and it still be an honest relationship? That's a pretty good question. Many of us, women and men, have trust issues. Obviously, having a relationship with somebody that travels all the time would be a concern. Let's see what our Max said. All the Max kind of said, it depends on the person. I love this answer from Mike because it puts into perspective what really is important in a man's mind. He said he would really love to be honest and say that all men would never cheat and would ultimately put their relationship first. Wouldn't we all want that? But he said that it really depends on the foundation of your relationship. Is the foundation of this long distance relationship based on physical? Then maybe it might be difficult to trust or have that honesty. If the foundation of that long distance relationship is based on an emotional connection, which can be achieved through phone calls, emails, FaceTime, etc., then the chances are higher for an honest relationship. They can be honest. They will be trustworthy, hopefully. Nobody's perfect, but I love that answer. And I hope that that helps. That's that one. On to question 3. And I like this question a lot. What are the top 3 attributes that a man is looking for in not just any woman, but a woman that they want to actually be with long-term marriage? The MAC perspective we're getting is from Chris. And honestly, all the Macs kind of agreed on this, that there's no set top 3 attribute you can generally say for all men. It will vary based upon the man. However, Chris did give us a list in no particular order of things that men notice and that they like about women that they would like to be with long term. The list is as follows: personality, and specifically in brackets, no RBF. Resting face. None of this. Most guys want to see happy, kind, happy to be alive. It is another day. Monday. Woo. Intellectual, funny, sexy, spontaneous, semi-independent. Meaning, this semi-independent thing is like thin line between being independent and being strong and being confident, but also letting them know that, hey, we do need you in our lives for whatever that may be. We're kind of created to be with two, me and you. So we need you and we appreciate you. So that's another quality, being semi-independent, happy with ourselves, both physically and emotionally. And then the follow-up to that one was, speaking of emotional, we want you to be emotionally stable. Yes, I think that goes both ways. We also want the men to be emotionally stable also. Respectful was also on this list, as well as no nagging. And then there was, even in brackets, seriously, no nagging. Thank you very much, Chris, for that information. He said pick any 3, any of those would do. Those are just some attributes that men generally are looking for. They all sound great for men, for women too. So thank you for that one. I hope that answers that question. Now on to our final question, number 4. Thank you for this question. Are men afraid of rejection? And if so, why? They should be used to it. All the Macs completely agreed. The answer is yes, men are afraid of rejection. I chose to talk about Andy's because it was really heartfelt. He said, hey, who gets used to being rejected? You know, whether it's a man or a woman, it's not an enjoyable experience. He related it to a sport. He said, it's like telling a basketball team that loses all the time to go out onto the court and be confident. It's just not that easy sometimes. He also went on to explain that men, by nature, just like women, care about how they come across to others. He actually went on to say that some researchers say that sometimes we view ourselves by how others view us. So then, how would men feel if they're constantly being rejected? The rejection would ultimately lower their self-esteem. So that being said, I hope that answers your question. Moral of the story is men have feelings, and when they get rejected, it hurts. Just like it hurts us. And that's why men fear it. So that concludes our first actual episode of Male Perspective Mondays, and I really hope you've enjoyed. I hope you were able to learn something or at least confirm something that you already knew. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Continue to send your questions in, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.